finally, I need to give you a news summary of what's happening in the world today.
Y finalmente quiero darles un pequeño resumen de lo que está aconteciendo en el mundo hoy.
You may know, you may not know,
De repente usted ya sabe, de repente no.
that on June 25 and 26,
Pero el 25 y 26 de junio,
NATO
la OTAN
was authorized by the G7 meeting
fue autorizada por la reunión del G7, por el grupo de G7,
to begin sending troops into Ukraine.
para comenzar a enviar tropas a Ucrania.
The United States has sent in 300,000 soldiers,
Y los Estados Unidos ha enviado 300.000 soldados.
and other nations are sending soldiers also.
Y otras naciones están también enviando soldados.
That's not on the news.
Ahora, eso no aparece en las noticias.
Nobody's talking about it.
Nadie habla de estas cosas.
The world is preparing for war.
El mundo se está preparando para guerra.
The U.S. and the European economies are being destroyed.
Las economías, tanto de Europa como de los Estados Unidos, están siendo destruidas.
It was also announced that on July 15, the next pandemic is officially supposed to begin.
Y supuestamente se anuncia que oficialmente la próxima pandemia comenzará el 15 de julio
In England.
en Inglaterra.
There will be a total lockdown.
Y habrá una cuarentena total.
Then they plan to spread it to all the countries in the world.
Y luego ellos planean mandar esto a todas partes del mundo.
Diesel fuel and diesel engine oil is supposed to run out soon.
El combustible, tanto de diésel como otro tipo de hidrocarburos, también se ve afectado.
Heavy petroleum comes from Russia
De Rusia,
that is required for diesel.
y este se requiere para el diésel.
In the next 2 months, a shortage is expected in many Western countries.
Así que se espera que en los próximos 2 meses va a haber una reducción importante, una escasez importante de diésel en los países occidentales.
We needed to change the engine oil on our airplane in the United States.
Nosotros necesitamos cambiar ese motor de aceite en nuestra avioneta en los Estados Unidos
And we couldn't find it.
y no podíamos encontrarlo.
We finally had to order from the other side of the United States, and we found just enough for one engine.
Y de hecho, nosotros tuvimos que poner nuestra orden del otro lado de los Estados Unidos y solamente encontramos suficiente para una avioneta,
Un motor.
un motor.
Food shortages are being planned.
También se están planeando escasez de alimentos
The food supply has been destroyed.
y la oferta de alimentos es algo que está siendo
They
destruido.
have destroyed and plowed up all the food in the farms.
Han destruido cualquier cantidad de granjas y los alimentos que les
And more
producen.
than 100 food processing plants in the United States have been burnt up.
Y más de 100 plantas procesadoras de alimentos en los Estados Unidos han sido quemadas.
Mr. Bergoglio from Rome
Y el señor Bergoglio de Roma
has announced that World War III has already started.
anunció que ya la Tercera Guerra Mundial ha comenzado.
Dream Vision Timeline of Events 506 Days to Countdown December 2022. Greetings and trust you are well. I have been wanting to make a video about the insights I have had over the past 2 weeks but held off, which I will explain why in this video. I do not know how long this video will be, but very, very important information I believe is and will be found in these dream visions. I have been pretty much exhausted over the past 2 weeks and could not understand why, until I had the dream vision and visions. On the 6th of July 2021, on the night of the 6th of July while going to bed, I had a vision of Zuma being arrested. I saw clearly how he would be arrested and how the arrest looked more like an arrest made during the old South Africa. I saw that many will be shocked, especially the black population. I saw a terror come over them. I think they all thought they would keep on their stealing like they had gotten used to for the past 27 years. When I had the vision, I thought it was because I had read something online. I did not really follow the story and whole case of Zuma. I put the vision off as just a flash of images. I should have known better. I do have a witness, a close family member. Murphy's Law, the day I do not put up the video or leave a comment, it happens the same day. Well, that same night I had another dream vision. As you know, I have not had dream visions for a while, they are not happening as frequent as they were over the past year. The dream vision I had was about a timeline. I need to explain why I was exhausted and bring in another dream vision for you and the nation to appreciate what has happened. For 2 weeks I had been praying very, very hard for a dream vision. I had been asking for a timeline. Let me explain why. Do you remember the dream vision from the July 2019 where the angel of the Almighty appeared to me in a dream? In the dream the angel told me the chains would come undone for the Afrikaner nation, the century of bondage would take place in 8 months' time. 8 months later we had the lockdowns and the entire world changed in March 2020. The angel told me specifically what to do and what not to do for my personal life. I even argued with the angel about one path I was on. The angel told me sternly and even silenced me, saying I could not go down that path or business route. Now looking back, had I not listened, I would have been totally bankrupt, lost everything, because as you have all seen and witnessed, most major industries were hit very hard and were locked down since March 2020. Now I was told specific information in the dream and needed to know when it would be time for me to be able to move on to the next stage. The only problem is that I do not have a timeline. So I had been praying for 2 weeks for a message dream. The entire time, for those 2 weeks, it was as if I was having an out-of-body experience, like I was looking at the world not from my eyes but from a higher point. From above my head. For 2 weeks I was totally exhausted. Then I had the dream vision. The dream vision, the timeline. What I am about to mention my mind cannot comprehend. I shake my head and say no when I think about it, but I was shown clearly the following. It will sound too unbelievable and I am almost too scared to write it here, because if it does not happen, then it is your reputation and everything on the line. So I pray to the Almighty to do what the Almighty is about to do and in accordance with God's plan. Should God not fulfill, then like in the Bible Gideon, it is up to God, but here is the dream vision. In the dream I am called, a voice says to me, look here. I am on YouTube. Behind my YouTube account, I can see all the videos on my channel. I see the channel scroll back in time to the first video on the channel from 2019 to the first video. I am focusing on the first video and then again the channel scrolls and it scrolls to the very last video, the most recent video. The voice says to me, everything you have written about up until now, the morning of the 7th of July, will be fulfilled by December 2022. So within 18 months' time everything will be fulfilled. I am then transported to a place that looks sparsely populated. It is, I believe, the Northern Cape. It looked very dry, no one was around. I then find myself in a house in the Northern Cape. Across the table from me is a family member. We are talking and I tell him, the ANC will no longer be around after 30 years, this is the December. I am transported to December 2022, it is December, going into the January of the 2023. I explained that they will not be there, their reign is only 30 years. We walk outside and he is putting petrol into a helicopter. He tells me there is going to be huge fuel shortages in South Africa by 2022. I see he mentioned 40,000 liters of fuel was stored in pipes underground. I believe the helicopter is to fly to protect the perimeter of this area. And then the dream ends. Now this is a very difficult dream to comprehend for a few reasons. Firstly, there are so many major events mentioned on the channel that I cannot get my head around it. I do not know if they will be all fulfilled by the December or if by December 2022 this is when they all kick in. I have a feeling this is an exact timeline. Remember, the angel told me in the July 2019 dream that in 8 months' time the chains come undone. Which was March. The timeline played out specifically, and on that 8-month period we saw major events take place. If this dream vision is correct, then it means everything but everything is about to change. The world as we knew it, as we think we know it, will change. It means the Russian attack I saw and mentioned in the first video will happen in this period. It means we will also be in some conflict in South Africa. I had a feeling during this dream there is a conflict in South Africa. It seemed like a war zone, but this place I was in was outside of the main war zone, protected, far out. From the dream, what I can tell from it, our chains will be undone. It also means during this period the rand will crash, could be the reason why there is no fuel. So if you can stock up on food and fuel, I saw there is no fuel in the country. In December 2022 there will be no fuel in South Africa at all. This tells me that more than likely there will be no fuel in the months leading up to this event. So more than likely going forward you will slowly start to see less and less fuel available in South Africa. After I had the dream, I was thinking over the ANC timeline. The dream told me they would not be in power and the 30-year reign would end by December 2022. I could not do the calculation because it did not make sense. Well, it makes sense if you think by next year December 2022 they will have been in power for 29 years, so if they had been in power for 29 years, where does the number 30 fit into it? Seems like a year is out. Well, in the dream I saw it was the end of December 2022. After the year 2022 we have the year 2023, add 1 year on the 29th year and you get the 30th year. So the ANC will not be around after December 2022 and I see conflict. This dream vision now gives us a timeline, for those out there who follow this channel. Seek first the Almighty, pray on this, pray in the Spirit for a sign. I have total trust in the Almighty. It is my conscious mind which simply cannot fathom the implications of all these events playing out by the year 2022. You have now 506 days to prepare. Every day is a countdown going forward. It means those in Europe will need to start preparing to leave Europe. The events shown, all the events on this channel will have been fulfilled by this date as shown to me. I do not question, it was a specific timeline. As mentioned, I had been praying very hard for 2 weeks for this dream, day and night, for my own personal circumstances based on what has been shown to me since 2014. Leaders, people, prepare. I believe a lot of what the seer mentioned about South Africa, events playing out in the country, will take place by this event. On the 8th of July, I had another vision, similar to that when I saw Zuma being arrested. When I had the vision about Zuma being arrested, I brushed it aside. I should have known better. On the 8th of July 2021 I had a similar one, in the same style. I see there is going to be problems in the country with the Zulu. I see slowly but slowly it picks up. Small things like attacks on foreigners, blaming things on apartheid to go on, shutting highways, closing, locking down things will take place. I see it boiling over into ethnic violence which shatters everything. I told you in the 2019 year the Swazi king would be angry. You see what is happening in Swaziland. I said in that dream vision I saw the country splitting. Not too many people pay attention. Let me quickly open your eyes. Zulu king dies, Zulu queen who replaced the Zulu king suddenly dies. The queen of the Zulu who replaced the king was related to the Swazi king and now the Swazi king is on the run. The 2 sons of the Zulu king which would inherit the Inganyama Zulu trust are all dead, gone. Big things are happening and most people are fast asleep. Most people will not listen. My message is for those who have eyes and ears and who, when they see these things playing out around the world, prepare and heed the warning. Everything that is written and mentioned on the channel will be fulfilled by December 2022. This is what I was told, this is what I was shown. My brothers and sisters, if this dream vision is correct, may God be with us, because many huge, monumental things will take place. I must admit I have a hard time believing it, but so far these same warnings to me personally have proven to be correct. I will make a few videos about the insights I was shown over the coming days and if what is about to happen by December 2022 never, ever,